12 million people have seen that video. You still want to tell me you think it's just a little website?
They have an agenda?
Truth, justice, the American way.
Well, I have to say, as an Australian, you nailed the accent.
I just get so nervous because it wasn't an easy thing, and I know it's easy to get wrong. And when you're not an Australian, you're playing such a famous, infamous Australian, I could say. You've got to get that right.
And it's really tough accent. No,
it's not easy.
Hardly any actor that I know actually perfects it, because, you know, there wasn't a note out of place, I have to say.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Tyrants we're up against have men, money and guns, and I don't have an army to fight them with. All I've got is a website, a couple of fake email addresses.
It was a lot of hard work, and a lot of it down to Sarah Shepherd, my dialect coach. She was English, but just phenomenally good at her job. And you know, June's got a very particular dialect and way of speaking as well because of the kind of hard palate lisp. So the musculature, the way the words were formed in order to make those sounds, you know, we really went to town on it. And she was there every day with me. You know, we worked really, really hard to get it right.
And I believe you did end up having some email.
We did, yeah, at the beginning of the job, mainly well, from his point of view, he got in contact with me through a mutual friend. To say, I don't want to meet with you because I don't want to condone a film that I see is being based on two of the most poisonous accounts of this story and myself, and those that might be damaging to myself and this story and this organisation, the people involved and people awaiting trial, people in prison, and myself under this strange form of not house arrest but political exile, which is how he sees his true status. And I wrote back an equally impassioned email to lay out very honestly my reasons for wanting to do the film and reassure him that that was not, that primarily his main fear of me wanting to vilify him, or the film vilifying him, was something I wanted to protect at all costs. I wanted it to be a balanced portrait. I didn't want to pull my punches with him. I'm not trying to make him into a saint. That would be as foolhardy as characterizing him as a two-dimensional villain. I wanted to portray him as a deeply complex, controversial, brilliant, rebellious, innovative, and dangerous human being. I mean, he's a lot of extreme qualities. And
So we let the historians decide. I thought the whole point of this organisation was to publish in full.
there's apparently this clip, and I haven't actually seen this. I'm talking out of turn, I guess, to talk about it, but everyone who has says it's quite funny because he sort of says, oh, he hasn't got my accent at all, and then he plays the clip, and it's exactly the way listen, I mean, come on, I mean, I'm laughing, but the guy is held up in that embassy, and if I had films being made about me without my sort of hearsay, and say so, I'd be anxious, I'd be nervous, I'd probably be very, very critical, you know.
If we could find one moral man, one whistleblower, someone willing to expose those secrets, that man could topple the most powerful and most repressive of regimes.
But I hope what our film does, and I hope for him as well, is that it brings people into these incredibly complex issues, celebrates some of them and his achievements and Wikileaks achievements, but also questions the moral authority by which he wields the power he wields, and where is it right, where is it wrong, and just starts the debate.
This is information the world needs to know.